Hello and welcome to a match of Dota 2. It is actually day number 28 for StarLadder, and that kind of means that I have messed up the times yesterday and the day before that because I thought we were a day behind this one. But it doesn't matter, this is day 28. If StarLadder says it is day 28, it is day 28, obviously. So we have got ourselves 5 games today. Should be some good games in there, and this is, well, I actually think what the next game is one of the better ones of tonight. But we're still gonna see a team that we're gonna see later today as well. We're gonna see RoX.KiS taking on Fota. And now I know what I forgot, because as you might have known, it is actually, well, if you check my Twitter, that is, my XSplit kinda did stupid stuff, because it was stupid. It kinda broke. But it doesn't mean that I still don't have standings, but it means it means I still have standings. Don't worry, I have them. Just takes a bit more time than normal. So we have got Fota. They're not doing all too well. They have to actually still at least win a game before they leave the Star Series, because they will leave the Star Series if they continue on like this. They still have 3 more games to play, so there is a bit of hope there. But it's also tough teams that they still have to face. RoX.KiS, they do a lot better. They have, of course, changed roster lately, so they have been actually on a winning streak, I believe, apart from, of course, losing to No Tidehunter in the semifinals for the EMS Cup. But they have been doing really well for themselves, and we're going to see if they can do that today as well, as we are going to see them twice. But let's just jump ourselves into the draft, because that's a bit more important right now, don't you think? It is going to be Fota on the Dire side, RoX on the Radiant side, of Radical Online Extremists. It's going to be the Gyrocopter, the Rubik, and the Kalinks picked up by RoX already, so a lot of aggression coming out from them, but I have to say a lot of aggression counting on from the 20-minute mark, because then you would expect the Gyro and the Kalinks to have farmed up, depending on what kind of lane Gyro is going to be on. If he's going to be in an aggressive trial, and then of course we'll see them being aggressive from the get-go. We have got the Darkseer, Queen of Pain, and the Shadow Demon on the side of Fota, so they have got themselves a solid support, solid mid, and a solid off lane, but not really giving anything away yet about what they're exactly going to do. I mean, Queen of Pain, she can be built different ways, she can fit in all different kinds of lineups. So Fota keeping the options open. We're gonna have a Cuddle band out together with a Magnus, a Nyx, and a Bat. That were the first 4. So interesting to note that the Wisp is completely ignored in this case. Still in the pool, could still be picked up by either team, I would say. If you look at the lineup, they still have that space for that, so we'll see if they are gonna let that slip through or not. We're gonna have the Jungle Heroes being banned out on the Enchantress and the Chen. Enigma, of course, still in the pool if people will still want to have that. It is the Lifestealer that got banned out on the side of RoX together with the Juggernaut now, and it was the Lina together with the Undying, 2 semi-trailing heroes that got banned out on the side of Fota. Did they just completely forget about that Wisp, or do they still want to have it? It's the question. Fota, they could still pick it up. It really depends on what kind of lineup they want to run here. I mean, they already know that they're going to be up against 2 heroes that are going to be able to, if the game lasts long enough, to carry their team. And they have the Queen of Pain, which is nice. It's a bit of a semi-carry hero though, and she won't be able to live up to the Kalinks or Gyrocopter carry potential. So the question is, do they pick up a 1 carry still, as in main hard carry, and then pick up another support / jungle hero, or are they gonna be going for a bit of more mid-game pushing strat? Well, with the Jakiro out of there, they might not use that one anymore, but you still have, for example, I mean, it's probably not gonna get picked up, but you know, you still have the Dragon Knight or other pushing heroes. Nature's Prophet still in the pool. It's all still there, depending on really what they want to be doing, what kind of aggression they want to show, and how they think they can counter RoX, because RoX has, like I said, been having some great results. And the question is, can they continue with that in this game? And they have a fairly aggressive playstyle also. They do, of course, play with 2 stand-ins today, as does Fota, by the way, so both are a bit crippled in that sense. We might have the full lineup for RoX after this game, depending on, you know, it's sometimes it's just work times of players, etc., school times, college times, you name it. And it's of course a fairly early day today. It's in the Netherlands. It is 4 p.m. We're gonna be going on until 9, as in the last game starts at 8. So we're gonna assume that it's over at 9. We're gonna have Leshrac pick up, so it's gonna be a support Leshrac, because he follows up very well with that disruption with the Shadow Demon, of course. We're gonna see that coming off from him. He has to be careful though. If that Klinks gets up an Orchid, I mean, if you look at the Orchid potential for Fota, I mean, Klinks is gonna be able to pick them all up just like that. No strength heroes yet, all intelligence.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, normally it doesn't really matter that much, but if you have got a Klinks, and if Klinks actually gets farm, of course, that's gonna be something that he's gonna need to have. Then he will be pulling ahead of everybody, and he will be owning Fota with his, well, with everything basically. Come on then, RoX, what are you gonna be picking up? They have got, of course, I mean, Klinks is often picked up as a solo safe lane. And then an aggressive trial lane with the Gyro and the Rubik. And you have still got a lot of supports that could work well together with those two. I mean, the Bane is still in even, if they really want to pick that one up. More disable for Queen of Pain, for example. They could still pick up the Enigma if they want to go for a jungle hero. But they pick up a Jakiro. It's a support still. Support that we still see sometimes, but not as often as when he still had that ice path that was so super potent. But he's definitely a nice hero. He works well together with the Rubik as well, depending on the communication of the team, which we're gonna assume is actually there. And it's a Mirana. Mirana is a hero. It's a bit of a mid-game carry kind of hero. Windrunner is the last one for RoX, so that's probably gonna be their mid laner. But Mirana, that's some. I mean, you kind of understand why the Jakiro and the Rubik work well together, right? So I'm not gonna further explain that. But yeah, it is gonna be a Mirana. I'm really curious to see how they're gonna be doing, and how they're actually gonna be running their lanes. Let's see who's gonna be playing what. Though, prepare for battle. He's gonna be playing his normal offlane role on the Darkseer. In the mid lane, we have Sharhan playing the Queen of Pain. Being, I think normally he plays a bit of a supporting role, but being forced in the solo mid role because, of course, they are playing with two stand-ins. We have Baboon playing the Leshrac. He is gonna be well, either taking on a carry role, at least looks like he's gonna be taking on a carry role. Mirana also though, so it's kind of curious to see who's gonna be taking the farm. As in, I look at the items. We might even see a jungling Mirana. We see that sometimes. It's gonna be D that's gonna be playing the Shadow Demon for his team, standing in also for Fota this day. We're gonna be seeing how exactly they're gonna be dealing with this, as we see D just roaming around for a ward. But oh, I like this. Unless he's gonna actually still place it. Yes, he is. Okay. Well, then that was an obvious ward then, wasn't it? Sharfik already seen that. So Sharfik for RoX is gonna be playing the Windrunner, gonna be going into the mid lane as expected. Looks like we are gonna see an aggressive trial lane with, well, I don't know why he would call himself a whore, but hello, whore.
The battle begins.
As in the comma makes sure that, you know, like he's introducing himself. Hello, whore, and he shakes his hand. So a whore is going to be playing the Jakiro. I'm going to just be calling him Blood because I think that is his nick, but I'm not 100% sure. Inquisitor will be playing the Rubik. We'll be seeing Basil's Perfect on the Gyrocopter, and on the bottom lane it is going to be Dread soloing it up on the Klinks on the solo safe lane up against the Darkseer. Should be a fairly even easy job, fairly even lane at that as well, as we do have, of course, a tri lane countering that tri lane. Like, normally Dai plays a bit of a carry role, I believe, but I don't know what it looks like. We'll see who's going to be taking the last hits. Of course, I'm kind of like, in theory, you would expect Leshrac to be taking the support role, and it looks like that is indeed going to be the case. We see Dai taking the first last hit, so that's that. And Sharfik, he of course knows that there's a ward there. They didn't counter it though. They're just going to let it happen, just like the Darkseer is gonna, or sorry, the Klinks is gonna let this happen. For now, just tower skipping the creeps. Can do that, of course. That's got a shield. Iron Shell helping out. And we're gonna be seeing probably the. I think in theory the first blood should be on the top lane because that's aggressive trial and is. You have to be aggressive on an aggressive trial. And in the meantime, of course, the harassment continues on the Queen of Pain Windrunner lane is something that we see. Well, I would say fairly often, but lately has not been that often anymore. But it's a lane that. In theory, neither should die. Last hit-wise, Queen of Pain should probably be getting a bit ahead. But Sharfik will definitely be able to hold his own. And it's of course also very dependent on skill still, but we'll see how that's going to be going between these two. So far it's 5-0 for Sharhan. And Sharfik has got 4-4, and actually now 6-4 with that power shot well aimed. Even though the tower takes that one from him, he gets that one. Sorry, I will stop checking out the last hits. In the meantime, Darkseer has managed to also pull the creep wave into the jungle, making sure that he is not the only one to tank up these creeps, so he can actually do this properly. And get some extra farm on the side, of course, because if he can take care of those jungle creeps as well, that will of course put him even further ahead. Because he is basically the one that's not going to be missing any creep, because he can just iron shell everything to death. The only thing that has to be worried about is the siege creeps, because those of course don't take damage from the iron shell. But it will still be nice for him this situation, I guess. He's taking a lot of damage from that Ursa, though. I mean, Ursa is of course a very mean beast. It's a hell bear smasher. I'm sorry. My bad. So let's see if we can find an opening here for RoX, because they kind of need that. Now, if you would imagine that they actually find an opening, there would of course still be a disruption, and or a split earth, or both, or an arrow, to stop that initiation from going on. So there is plenty of counter initiation from Fota, shackle, prepare for battle power shot, and then fire arrow to finish the job. Dread gets himself the first blood. The rotation from Windrunner helping out, and the double damage rune. I don't think the double damage rune on itself really helped, but that shackle, of course, the movement was just there, and it was all that's needed to get that last arrow in from Dread, who also gets, of course, that extra experience with that. I mean, he is having a tough time, not because, I mean, last hitting on our tower should definitely be doable, but he is forced to take harassment from the creeps under the tower as well, and he therefore picked up the tranquil boots, but now he actually got some extra gold to his name and can just continue pulling up ahead, and especially with the creeps not being tower skipped anymore, he can definitely be pulling ahead in this bottom lane. We are of course going to still see him on the top of the last hits for now, as we still have no initiation for RoX. So far though, Basil's has managed to get himself 8 last hits. We've got 5 denies. We've got Die on 10 for 2, and 4 for 3 on the Leshrac. I'm actually mentioning the Leshrac purely because he is also sometimes taking a couple of last hits. But it is Fota that's in favor, and even more so, like, if you're going to be having an aggressive trial lane and you're not going to get any kills, then you're already putting yourself at a disadvantage purely for experience, because your opponent is going to be able to get experience in the jungle, while you yourself, I mean, you can try to pull this one, and they did do that just a moment ago, but it's not the same. It is definitely not the same. Also because you want to just be looking for that opening, you want to be looking for that initiation. Looks like we're gonna see Fota maybe going for an initiation though. Ice Path, gonna lock in Leshrac, home missile gonna hit as well. Dual Breath, Mirana taking a lot of damage from that. And Shadow Demon actually also getting some harassment going his way, and he is running for his life right now. There will be another Ice Path in 1 second. They might be able to get it done. Ice Path is indeed gonna hit. That is nice. It's gonna be more harassment only though. They can't get another telekinesis in. Oh, unless they're gonna go for the Leshrac. Sharpit coming in, and it's actually the Gyro that picks up the kill still. Edict trying to help out, but Baboon is taking a lot of harassment. Sharpit, where are you going? Where are you going? Nice kill. That is a trade that is not worth it. They're still gonna get Mirana though. No, they're not. They're not. Not for now. I hope that the Shadow Demon brings some regen for everybody. Nope. No extra regen for the Mirana or the Leshrac. They have to back themselves out. 4 heroes also on the top lane now, with Charon also coming in. But Sharfik going down there on the Windrunner, that is not worth it. That is definitely not worth a trade for a Shadow Demon that is just playing a support. And Charon moving back towards the mid lane. He does have a Sonic Wave, so would have been able to try and would have been able to do some massive damage here, but he can't really go in because he can't count on any backup for his team, especially not with Dai being on this low HP. But Dai just wants to continue trying to get some farm going for himself.
Oh no.
And not really wanting to back off just yet, hoping for him that Leshrac is going to bring him some regen. Maybe still the Shadow Demon sending him some, as the courier has indeed got some regen up on him. As Windrunner managed to get himself another kill. I say another kill, it's actually his first kill, but he again helped Dread with picking up the Darkseer, so he was able to do that. And make use of his disappearance, of course. That's if you die, you disappear, and nobody is calling a miss because you died. And when you then come back up, nobody knows where you will appear, and you know, Darkseer apparently not careful enough. Couldn't surge himself away in time. Though I have to say, I mean, Darkseer level 7 is still pretty decent for an offlane Darkseer at the 6-minute mark. I mean, it's even higher level than the Windrunner herself, Queen of Pain. It's got herself level 6 as well, so the Darkseer is doing really well for himself. Dread, of course, still the highest in terms of levels. And we're gonna be seeing if they can do something. A Shadow Demon already going down. Jakiro picking up the kill. It's gonna be a Sonic Wave from the side, and it is also Jakiro that gets himself picked up, but it's also Gyrocopter. And actually, that's a tri-lane wipeout. Fota losing again, only a Shadow Demon and getting 3 kills in return. And my screen froze there. I hope you didn't have the same. But that wasn't really in the books, I think, for RoX. Of course, nice rotation from the Queen of Pain. 3 kills on the board. And again, I mean, it's a Shadow Demon that dies. It's of course not good for the Shadow Demon, but he dies first, so he also doesn't get the experience from all those kills. But that they pick up all 3 heroes right after that, that's pretty intense. Pretty insane. Sharfik still trying to get some more farm up in the mid lane. Gonna get harassed by the Iron Shell. Look at the Iron Shell, so annoying. Terrible attack it though, it's all fine. Rotation incoming from the Rubik and the Jakiro. They're rotating back towards the rune spot now though. 8-minute mark. There they get it. Guarding it, making sure that the Queen of Pain won't get it. Ooh, or will he? She will not, because it will be picked up by the Jakiro. Courier flying away. Sharhan gets shackled. Ice Bat, power shot. Sharhan is dead. Goner.
That hardly hurt at all.
The Blink still on cooldown, couldn't do anything there, and walked right into that. We are gonna see Lishrak trying to take care of some farm in the mid lane though. He picked himself up 2 levels of Lightning Storm, still managed to pick up 1 level on Edict. I do like this build. I mean, sometimes we see people skipping Edict all together. But 1 level on Edict makes such a big difference in pushes. Telekinesis, Disruption, this time helping him to stay alive for now. Dual Breath still goes through, the Helm Missile already went down. Mirana, what are you still doing here? Leaping away. The kill still goes to the Gyrocopter for the Shadow Demon. Mirana playing with fire right there. I mean, losing a Shadow Demon is all fine, but losing a Mirana at this stage, you know, rather not. And of course that was a kill for Basils. The 2nd kill of the game. In the meantime, bottom lane, TP's incoming. They want to go for Dread. He's already dusted up, looking for him. Lightning might be able to do the job, but he is going to hide himself in the trees. And Sharfik, of course, there also as a savior. A red-handed savior, and everybody jumps himself out. Sharhan being very low on life due to that. The Sonic Wave not doing enough. The Darkseer backing himself out as well. The mid lane is now for Mirana to continue her farm. And so far, what we see right now is that it is mostly actually RoX that is trying to initiate, both on the top lane and on the bottom lane. And Fota actually got themselves 4 kills without really doing anything specific.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And of course, I mean, yeah, they lost the Shadow Demon 3 times, but they didn't lose their main hero, like the Mirana, for example. Queen of Pain only died once so far. They're really not doing too bad. It's just a question of, can the lineup that they have be indeed enough to be, well, to be taking the game at mid game. I'm not even gonna call late game, because late game won't be enough. In the meantime, Klings manages to get himself a tower on the bottom lane. We're gonna see Mirana though. She's looking for that solid arrow, looking for the disruption initiation. There it is, the disruption. Here comes the arrow, gonna be way off mark and too early. And Ice Bat and a homing missile and the cooldown and everything. And a double kill for Basils for free. Well, not for free. He took a lot of HP from himself, but he'll get a self from his teammate. He'll be fine. He got himself fed a double kill. Okay, this was basically the first time that Fota tried out something and they failed. And that's gonna be putting them not well. I mean, okay, it was the first time that Mirana died. I mean, they give it two kills away to your opponent. That's bad, but it's not too bad to be shut down. But the thing is, their mindset right now might be, you know what? Okay, so let's wait a second. Let's get a bit more farm. As Queen of Pain managed to get himself killed by Windrunner on the middle lane. We're gonna follow this one though. Arrow gonna fly, gonna miss. They're gonna go for the Jakiro though. Lightning going through, also hitting up on Basils. Rock Barrage going through. Ice Pad, Mirana dead for the 2nd time in a row. In a very short period of time. And on the bottom lane, Klings managed to pick himself up a kill as well. Not even with an Orchid, but it's a Darkseer that goes down again. Cooldown gonna miss upon the Shadow Demon. The Shadow Demon is actually gonna rotate. Wants to go for the Gyro still, but he can't find an opening. Ice Path is gonna lock into him. Look at those 7 HP. And they know he's 7 HP also. You see the pings going off. Hello, Sharhan. Sonic Wave. Picks up the Jakiro. Already the gyro already gone from the scream. And there goes the Sonic Wave picked up by the Rubik. But he doesn't have any mana. They need to kill him off right now. Otherwise he'll have that Sonic Wave. But they can't get him. And Sharfik doesn't land a shackle. Power shot still hits though. Shrek missing the stun. And that's a kill. Dominating Sharfik right now. 4 for 1 for 2. And kills all over the map. 12 for 6. With things happening at the same time. Sorry people, I can only watch one kill at the same time and not watch everybody. We do have the Orchid now completed up on Dread. Oops. So we have the gold grab with those couple of kills, and of course the bottom tower as well, going the way of RoX. It's skyrocketing. It's going towards the 10k, towards the 10k, 5k. Sorry, over exaggerating. Silence, die, trouble, can't leap just yet. Waiting for the leap possibility. The telekinesis is there though, and that is gonna be a kill for Inquisitor.
My sorcery is unstoppable.
That's gonna be the demonstration of Dread's Orchid with that one. Experience grab of course is gonna go the way of RoX also, with the last couple of kills all going their way. And Fota, I mean, at the start they were able to do something against those initiation from RoX, and with the Orchid ready, they just can't do it that much. It's just not going in their favor all too well. Tier 2 tower gonna get pressured. Cooldown gonna come down, gonna hit up on 2 for the slow, but nothing else. 5 people in the mid lane for RoX though. And we're gonna have 5 versus 5 mid. Shackle, Legend on the Shadow Demon, Power Shot, and a Fate Bolt. That's all it takes. Arrow, gonna fly. He hits upon Basils. Can they go in on that? Starstorm helping out. Is it gonna be enough damage? It is not. The dual breath going through, slowing everybody down. Shackle doesn't ledge. Nice deny on the tower still. We're gonna see the surge away from Prepare for Battle though. And Queen of Pain blinks herself away as well. Power Shot. It's gonna miss. Hits on Roshan though, and he's mad. Nope, not mad enough to continue the chase. But that was just a tower picked off by RoX. And of course, also a kill with that. I mean, catching out the Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon is, like I said at the start, I mean, or at the start, halfway. He was the target of good trades for his team, right? Shadow Demon went down and his team got 2 kills in return. But every single time, Shadow Demon wasn't there for the experience for the kills, so he is still level 4. And in this environment, that's quite a difficult place to be in, because the lowest level up on RoX is level 7. And yeah, he is just level 4. He is level 4. Level 4. Sad. I feel sorry for him. But hopefully for him he'll get his levels up. Maybe with the next team fight, if Fota can manage to take it. Looks like we're gonna have RoX just 5-man donating from now on. Might as well if they're considering themselves ahead, and they are. Look at the net worth, it's insane. Arrow gonna fly, gonna hit up on Basils. But can they go in? Nice Ice Path locking in 3. Shackle also up on Mirana. Is RoX gonna go in though, is the question. Darkseer Wall going down, but nobody is walking through that. Split Earth is gonna hit up on the Jakiro. Cooldown coming down. That's gonna be the gyro picking up the Shrek kill. Shackle again, ledging. Power Shot not ledging though. On the sidelines, the gyro still goes down. We're gonna see the Shadow Demon getting picked up again. Jakiro going down with the Darkseer Wall being returned from the Rubik. Power Shot and the Shackle doesn't latch. Gonna see Mirana still alive for now, but having to back off together with Sharon. Very low life heroes all. And the tower doesn't go down, but look at the HP difference. I mean, it was a 2-for-2 trade in theory, and of course it's fairly in favor of Fota because they picked up the gyro and RoX only picked up supports. But there, RoX is still gonna get the tower from that, or at least most of it. Maybe there's gonna be another deny if Burn is the lucky, of his Sharon is lucky. But the tower, no, Rubik gets a nice Split Earth up on the Klings. Dust goes up as well, but the Shackle and the Fate button, the Power Shot. So much damage coming through from RoX. Sharfik looking to run himself away, gonna get picked off, perhaps, getting slowed. Has a Gem of True Sight, he doesn't want to give it up, he's gonna get helped by Dread though, blink and scream, and that's gonna be a gem on the floor. And the mechanism almost up on him, but being delayed by his death. And of course the tower still went down, but the gem, losing the gem is actually not that good. So now they're gonna be able to see Dread Disruption to start things off with. Soulcatcher Arrow gonna miss, but the Split Earth at least hit. Lightning going through. Is there gonna be enough damage? Yes, there is. Yes, there is. And Baboon picking up the last hit for that. Extra gold to his name. Visibility rune. Let's take a look at what these people are building. Of course, they're not getting that much gold. We have the mechanism almost up on prepare for battle. And we have, of course, Sharhan. He's going for a BKB by the looks of it. It will be very handy. Of course, he'll still be silenced and all that, but at least he'll be able to live through most of the damage that is coming down from RoX. And of course, also a lot of shutdown coming off from RoX. I mean, that's something that Fota does have, but they need to kind of get it going. And of course, I mean, I have to point this out, but the thing about a Shadow Demon Mirana combination is that you can, if you time properly, land a guaranteed arrow that hits very hard with the Soul Catcher on there. But I have to say, most of the arrows that we saw going for that disrupted target have missed. We've seen some pretty pro arrows though up on the gyro. Yeah, I mean they are there, but the combination with the disruption is not really there for Fota at this time. In the meantime, Basil's, he's got himself a Yasha. Let's see if he's gonna complete that one or if he's gonna go for something else. Normally we see Gyro's going for Yasha, then out with the Dominator, just getting all those half items up first. It's half items, still full items. Darkseer Wall, placed by Inquisitor, just to make sure nobody is going to be trying to disrupt their movement. Tower still does not get denied. More gold going the way of the Gyro. 900 gold in his inventory. And the Yasha also being built up by Mirana, but he is... I mean, he died 3 times. He's been in 8 kills out of the 10. He's definitely not doing bad on that account. I mean, I don't know, there's more people from his team that died more often. I guess there's a 6th death Shadow Demon, but it is still pretty painful at this stage of the game. He cannot, I mean, you want to have your core items up before you start fighting, and they don't really have their core items up at the moment. And even though the BKB, or sorry, the mechanism is ready now. 5 people again for RoX, trying to take down the last outer tower. Split Earth, not gonna hit in the hero. Cooldown coming down, it's gonna only hit up Prepare for Battle though. Vacuum inside the Darkseer Bowl. But Prepare for Battle is gonna die for that one. Standing in the fire is not good. Let it be known. And we still have people who are running for their lives. By the looks of it, Fota, they can't initiate anymore. Not without that Darkseer. The Darkseer is their initiation.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And Prepare for RoX is like, you know, the only thing that's going down is their mana. Their HP are doing just fine. Waiting for the Darkseer Wall to go away, and now they can go again. Lightning going through to try and stop them from going in, but it's not going to be enough. It is not going to be enough at all.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And Sharvik looking for a shackle. Doesn't find it, but that power shot's still doing a lot of damage to the Shadow Demon. And that's going to be more gold for Dread. The Shadow Demon level 6. Just wanted to point that out. And it's looking to go bad for Fota. Like normally it'd say something like, you would think something like, you know, they have something like a Magnus to get back into the game, or like, you know, big team fight potential to go back into the game. But at the moment, if you look at their lineup, the only real team fight potential they have is the Darkseer, and you know, Darkseer just went in for a suicide mission. Wasn't really able to do anything. And the only potential that they then have is pick-off potential. Single target damage apart from the Sonic Wave. That's basically them. Mirana is a single target DPS hero. Starstorm is nice and all that, but in a team fight, I mean, you want to have more. And looks like Sharvik is going to go for a kill. Power Shot scouts around, looking for a shackle, finds it, lots of trees around. So it hits, and Dread coming in as well. There's a silence, and that is going to be a kill. And that could be meaning tier 3 tower, because there is no buyback for Mirana. And Dai will be staying dead for a while. 30 seconds. And it's also not like Fota has got this massive late game carry that can carry them later on in the game if they manage to hold on for another 20/25-30 minutes or so. It's definitely not the case. Mirana is, if you want to count Mirana as a carry, which, I mean, I guess she is. She's an agility hero, but she is not the greatest of the agility carries. She needs a lot of farm, and then she's a mid-game carry, basically. And this is all damage to the tower. Arrow, it's gonna whiff, but doesn't really matter. Looks like RoX is just waiting for the next creep wave and then go in again. Their HP is looking to be pretty decent. Looking to be going in once more. Mana boots galore. 4 staff being built up by the Rubik, or drums, or both, in time. Drums are of course already up on the gyro, but having 2 drums is never bad. We also have now a Chrysalis up on Dread. Oh, he walked into an arrow. That is not the way you do it. Shackle not gonna latch. It's actually Dread that's already down. Vacuum into the Split Earth. Did not work as intended, though. The intent was there. It is Mirana's ultimate that's trying to help them out, but they're taking a lot of damage, and that Necropyre was just placed perfectly. Die. Shackle doesn't latch. Getting the leap to the to the base, but they're still gonna be forced to give up their tower. Everybody of Fota so low that they can't do anything anymore, and we already have Dread back in action. He of course bought back and got himself back real fast. He can do that. I mean, he has got his Shadow Walk, of course, and he can just TP to a tier 1 tower that's still standing for them. It is going to be the disruption. It's going to be trying to save Leshrek's life, but I don't think he's going to be getting that lucky. Nope. That is not the case. Inquisitor still getting stunned up. Ice Path is going to make sure that Dai can't do anything, though. Gyrocopter picks up the Shadow Demon in the back end. Flag Cannon helping out lots by that one. And the racks go down. And Fota, no way for them to fight back. They come in, they die. That's basically what happens. And it is just a common courtesy from RoX to not continue in their base. Looks like they're gonna be going for the top lane if we look at the minimap. But yeah, it is definitely a situation for Fota that is definitely not favorable. 15k gold in favor of RoX, and we have got 7,500 experience in their favor as well. So it's. I mean, normally I kind of, you know, what can they do to come back from this one? That's what I ask myself then, right? So at this time, it is RoX's game to throw. That kind of means that Fota can't do anything to win this game unless they find some mistakes from RoX that they can profit from. And what would that be? Maybe pick off a hero. But we see RoX, they're sticking together, so that's gonna be tough. Overextending could be another one. And that's all, you know, time will tell if they overextend. But it's very difficult to overextend if you're already just able to walk up to your enemy's base and already start attacking heroes. I mean, overextending would be walking past the tier 3, but then again, they've done that and survived. Lightning, going to help out. Shackle does like to prepare for battle. Power shot misses. And everybody just waiting. Waiting for RoX to go in. And they don't have a pipe, I believe, so they can just walk themselves in. BKB now up on Basil's. 3,500 gold upon the Clinks. Could be finishing up his BKB soon as well. If he wants. Shackle, let's prepare for battle again. Same point. Disruption and Split Earth at the same time. Communication is key. It's gonna be Leshrek that already goes down. In the sidelines though, Shadow Demon getting picked up by the Basils. Sharfik getting himself away from the Darkseer wall. Now it's a matter of just waiting until the wall is done. And BKB indeed ready upon Clinks. Or at least in the courier. Prepare for battle, looking for that vacuum. Ice Path still latches him in. Home missile hits as well. So they can hit the tower in safety. Dual breath and an urn charge. And he's forced to already use his mechanism. Almost forced to get away there. Arrow still hits up on the Jakiro, but they can't go in. And Klink's tower for him. Disruption helping out Dai, who was going to be able to stay alive because of that. And the leap, of course, as well. But in the meantime, RoX, they can just stand here. Lightning streams, Basil's disruption. That's actually helping him right now. And that was also a disruption from the Rubik. Okay, so that is indeed meant to help him. Thank you. I was just checking to be sure. We're gonna see the racks being picked up. I wouldn't be surprised if Fota says, you know, thank you for the game, but we're not gonna be able to beat you this time. Maybe next time. The Shrek goes down, dominating Inquisitor. And this is just utter domination for RoX. The first game of the day for StarLadder Star Series. We have 5 in total today. And let's hope they're gonna be a bit more even than this one. I do like how RoX is doing it though. Like, they're very polite. They're just taking lane after lane, not even forcing for tier 4s right now, even though I think they could. But they are gonna go. Look at the amount of sentry wards. They really were scared for them around ult initiation. And there's the GG, well played. It's gonna be Fota that's gonna be not getting the 3 points they really, really need and want to have. And it's gonna be RoX is gonna be getting another 3 points to their name and another win, of course, as well, as they have been doing great with their new roster lately. And we're gonna see them again in the next match. We're gonna see them up against 3D Max. Also for StarLadder Star Series, day number 28. We're gonna see, like I said, 5 games today. We're gonna be seeing games with Na'Vi, with No Tidehunter, as well as with Fnatic. All not against each other though, unfortunately. Fnatic versus 4FC. No Tidehunter taking on TCM. And Na'Vi taking on DD, if I am correct. Which I hope I am. If you want to find out, by the way, which other matches are happening today, you can always check out SheeverGaming.com. And if you want to check out the scores for StarLadder in specific, you can go to StarLadder.tv and then go to the Dota 2 section. Click on the British flag to have all the English titles standing there, so you can click on League and then you can see everything. If you want to support me personally, you can of course subscribe to my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, on twitter.com/SheeverGaming. Anyway, stick around. We've got another match coming up for StarLadder Star Series. Don't go anywhere, because you won't want to miss this. Stay tuned.